Alright guys, so Bitcoin, Kaspa, and other altcoins in the crypto market today is slightly down. We're not seeing a huge crash. Earlier this morning, a couple of hours ago, we did actually see Bitcoin reaching back down to $100,000, but right now it's slightly, bouncing back up. But yeah, we are in fact seeing, Bitcoin, the altcoins, right, Kaspa slightly down today. So I do want to talk about it. What is causing Bitcoin and Kaspa and other altcoins out there down today? Okay, what is causing this slight movement down to the downside? Okay, so let's talk about it, guys. So Bitcoin right now, as you can clearly see, just below $103,000, sitting at 102.7. So if you guys look over here, we did actually see Bitcoin, okay, dropping, like I said, back down to $100,000, just below, okay, 101, right? You guys clearly see that. Yeah, look at this candle with this wick on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, so yeah, we did actually see Bitcoin a couple of hours ago reaching back down to 100K, but right now it's bouncing back up, looking like it wants to reach back up to 103 and much higher. So we are in fact seeing a slight recovery happening for Bitcoin. Like I said, this is not a major crash that is happening right now for, Bitcoin, right? I mean, Bitcoin is already having a beautiful recovery, okay, since it reached 100K, right? So it's looking pretty good right now for Bitcoin, right? Kaspa is, of course, down as well, having a slight recovery as well, okay? 2 days ago, as you guys saw, I did buy some Kaspa, okay? And since Kaspa's dropped slightly even more, of course I'm gonna buy more, right? Of course I am gonna be buying more Kaspa, guys, because this is the way to do it, right? When we see corrections, when we see dips, there's fear in the market, that's when we buy. Okay, when others are fearful, we gotta be greedy and buy more. Okay, so yes, I'm gonna go ahead and buy some more Bitcoin, buy some more Kaspa during this time period right now, during this slight drop that we are in fact seeing right now. So I don't know about you guys, but yes, I am buying, and I truly do hope you guys are buying as well. Ethereum has dropped quite a bit as well. Ethereum is now back at $2.3 thousand. Okay, Ethereum dropped quite a bit, as you guys clearly see there. Overall the market as of right now is slightly down 1.4%. Past 24 hours, Ethereum is down over 5%. It's, it's down even more than Bitcoin, right? And look at it for the week. Okay, Bitcoin is only down 3%, right? And Ethereum is down over 10%. Okay, like Bitcoin is truly holding up way more better than majority of these altcoins right now in the crypto market. I mean, XRP is down, Solana is down as of right now, Doge, Cardano, okay, Sui is down as well, Chainlink is down. A lot of alts are down, guys. Okay, Kaspa is down as well. Right, for the week, it is down almost 11%. So in my opinion, this is a great time to buy alts. Okay, when we see altcoins dropping this much, it's a great time to buy, guys. Okay, it really, really is. Okay, so I hope you guys are, taking this as an opportunity to accumulate more of your, favorite altcoins that you guys have been slowly, buying, right, DCAing in. Okay, today is a great day to accumulate more. And guess what, right? It's fine. Okay, maybe you ran out of cash. It's normal, okay, to run out of cash. Maybe you can't buy the dip. And like I said to you guys many times, it is completely fine. If you cannot buy the dip, just hold your positions. This is not the time right now to get out, because we know alt season will be coming very, very soon, and Bitcoin will be going much higher, guys. Okay, we're gonna talk more about that. So Bitcoin monthly returns, you guys can see yesterday we were actually in the greens, and now we're back in the reds, and Bitcoin is down so far for this month in June. It's only down 2%. Okay, so we're back in the reds. Obviously today, Bitcoin is obviously having a slight drop. Okay, so obviously this is gonna go down, but I do believe Q2, okay, it will end off in the greens. So far Q2 is still looking pretty good for Bitcoin. It's still up over 24% in the greens. And I do believe Q3 and Q4 will be some amazing times for this year in 2025 for Bitcoin, for Ethereum, and a lot of altcoins. Okay, even Kaspa, right? Now, yes, as we know, a lot of alts are down. Okay, you guys clearly see that. A lot of altcoins are down right now. Okay, altcoins are down at least 5%, some over 5%, some even at 10%, and even over 10%. Okay, so altcoins are down quite a bit today, it is truly a great time to buy, guys. Okay, and personally, I'm buying more Kaspa because Kaspa has dropped quite a bit. Okay, not just for today, but even for the week, right? So I'm buying more Kaspa. Now, you guys are probably wondering what is causing this right now. Why is Bitcoin dropping? Why is Kaspa dropping? Why is pretty much the entire crypto market dropping today? Okay, and it's because of this, guys, pretty much, right? So the US enters war between Israel and Iran. So understand, guys, pretty much the US just bombed Iran. Okay, that is pretty much what just happened, and this was a couple of hours ago. Okay, this actually happened a few hours ago today, right? And this is pretty much what is causing the markets to drop right now. Okay, Bitcoin, okay, and crypto, stock market, I'm pretty sure are dropping as well. Once it opens, yeah, it's not gonna be looking too good for sure. So this is pretty much what is causing the markets to drop. Okay. So yeah, that is that. Obviously, events like this, when it does happen, there's obviously going to be a fear in the market, but we have seen this many times, guys, and we always see a beautiful recovery happening right after. Okay, give it a few days time, a few weeks time, and then we're going to see a beautiful recovery happening. I mean, look at this, right? Like Bitcoin is already having a beautiful recovery. Okay, it really is. It's looking like it wants to reach back up to 103. Okay, even back up to 104 and 105 and beyond, right? So just give it time, guys. Okay, this is not the first time that we have seen this. Now, look at this, guys. Okay, so you guys are probably wondering, when is Bitcoin going to be reaching its peak? Well, if we look back in previous bull runs slash bull markets, you guys can clearly see we have the halving, and the halving for Bitcoin happens pretty much every 4 years. Okay, and remember, guys, it's a 4-year cycle. So 2016, okay, July 9th, 2016, we had the halving, and then 526 days later, it hit a peak. Bitcoin hit a peak, and that was around December 17th of 2017. And then that's when Bitcoin pretty much started to drop because, of course, we enter, different cycles. And then we entered the, bear cycle, okay? And then May 11th, 2020, we had the Bitcoin halving event, right? And then 548 days, it hit a cycle peak, which was, November 10th of 2021. Okay, I remember that specifically. I was in that cycle, right? So yeah, Bitcoin reached a peak, okay, as we know, 69K, November 10th of 2021. So understand, guys, right? If history does repeat itself, okay, this is what we will be seeing. So we know we had the Bitcoin halving event around April 19th, 2024. Okay, and 500 plus days later, we should be seeing Bitcoin reaching a peak around October 2025. Okay, it could be around there. Usually we do see Bitcoin reaching a cycle peak, around Q4. Okay, that's what we did see back in, 2017 and of course 2021. So this year in 2025, yes, Q4, okay, around October, maybe even later, November or December, right? History doesn't exactly repeat itself, but it does rhyme. Okay, so understand, October is going to be an amazing month for Bitcoin. And I told you guys this, right? I do believe Q3, especially Q4, will be some amazing times for Bitcoin. Okay, and if we look at this, right, in the month of October, October is 100% Bitcoin's best month. Okay, it is called October for a reason. Okay, you guys can just clearly see that October is a great month for Bitcoin throughout the years. Okay, and that's why it's called October. Even Q4, right? Q4, it's been looking pretty good for Bitcoin as well, right? You guys can just clearly see that. So I'm excited for Q4. Hope you guys are excited as well, because I do believe that's when we're going to see Bitcoin reaching crazy numbers like, okay, this, okay, what Mike said here. And I want to read this out to you guys because it's actually pretty interesting, and I do agree on this, right? So he says here, Bitcoin will bottom at $102 to $100,000 to even $98,000 or maybe even $95,000, etc. Okay, the exact bottom does not matter, which is true. Okay, I agree. The only thing that matters is that the next major move takes us to $120,000 to $150,000, and then Bitcoin will be over $1 million by 2033. Everything else is noise and will cost you money, and that's true. As remember, guys, there's going to be fear in the market. There's going to be FUD, and we just have to ignore the noise, ignore everything. What people are saying, they're just trying to make you scared. Okay, so you can sell off your positions, right? So understand, just continue to buy and hold your positions. Okay, that's most important, right? hodling. Hold your positions, guys. Okay, you don't want to sell. Okay, you want to have some diamond hands, guys. Okay, remember, we are here for Bitcoin for long term. It doesn't matter what Bitcoin is doing short term. There's obviously a lot of FUD happening. There's obviously a lot of noise and fear right now. Okay, with all these events happening. Okay, but understand, we're just going to ignore it and just continue to DCA, buy Bitcoin, and most importantly, hold your positions. Okay. And he says here, Bitcoin reaching, over $1 million by 2033. Yes, that is very, very possible. I do believe that is going to be happening for Bitcoin. There's a lot of people out there saying, Bitcoin's going to be reaching $1 million by the year 2030. And that is true. That is 100% true. I do agree, okay, that yes, by the year 2030, okay, most likely in the next bull market, there is a chance that Bitcoin can be reaching $1 million per coin. 100%, guys. Okay, we know, as I told you guys many times, Bitcoin is going to be a digital asset that's going to be worth $1 million, but not just that, millions of dollars per coin one day. Call me crazy, but that's going to happen for Bitcoin. Okay, so I hope you guys are prepared for that. So look at this chart, right? This is exactly what's going to be happening for Bitcoin. As I've been showing you guys, this pattern, this beautiful uptrend that Bitcoin has in fact been forming, right, ever since early of 2023 to where we are right now. You guys clearly see this beautiful uptrend that Bitcoin has been forming. We saw Bitcoin pumping, and then we saw it consolidating, having some sideways price movements, then it'll break out of it and just continue to go higher, right? It's going to continue, guys. Okay, this uptrend that we have been seeing for Bitcoin is going to continue. And yes, we're going to see Bitcoin going to 120 to 150 to 180 to 190, just like what this chart is showing us here. And of course, I do believe Bitcoin is going to be reaching at least $200,000 and higher. Okay, some people out there are saying we're going to see a super cycle happening. If we do, we're going to see Bitcoin reaching 300K, 400K, to even 500K. That's what people are saying, right? But personally, I'm sticking with 200K to 250 at least. I do believe that will 100% happen for Bitcoin. Okay, I have a really, really good feeling that we're going to see Bitcoin reaching at least $200,000 and beyond, right? So Bitcoin holders, be prepared, because this is what's going to be happening for Bitcoin in the next upcoming few months. Mark my words. Q3, especially Q4, will be some amazing times for Bitcoin. Okay, now Michael Saylor just posted this saying $21 million in 21 years. Very interesting. So he's saying here, right, that Bitcoin, there is potential that Bitcoin, yes, can be reaching $21 million per coin in 21 years time. Okay, so this is why, guys, you need to buy one for Bitcoin, because like I said, Bitcoin is going to be a digital asset that's going to be worth not just $1 million, but millions of dollars. Okay, not just 1 million, millions of dollars per coin. So yes, we're going to see Bitcoin reaching 2 million, 5 million per coin, right? 10 million, and of course $21 million. Just what Mr. Saylor is saying here. Okay, so I hope you guys are prepared for that, right? So get ready. Now that is pretty much it, guys. Okay, so yes, the markets right now are slightly dropping. Bitcoin, okay, Kaspa is dropping, but like I said, guys, this is truly a opportunity to buy more. Okay, it really, really is. Like I said, okay, 2 days ago I bought more Kaspa. Okay, you guys clearly see that. But since Kaspa has dropped even more, obviously I'm going to be taking this as an opportunity to buy more Kaspa and of course Bitcoin, right? So that is that, guys. But yeah, I appreciate all you guys. Ignore the noise, ignore everything right now. Okay, ignore the FUD and whatnot. Okay, everything's going to have a recovery back up to the upside. Please understand this, guys, right? This is not the first time that we have seen the markets dropping from a event, right? Something like this, right? With war and whatnot. But usually when this does happen, yes, obviously there's going to be fear in the market and people are going to panic, and then they're going to sell, and then that's when the markets drop, right? But it's slightly down today. We're not seeing a major crash, guys. Like, yes, we saw Bitcoin dropping back down, to 100K, but it's bouncing back up now, right? It seems like it's going to bounce back up, right? Who knows? Maybe Bitcoin does go below 100K eventually. Maybe. Okay, we'll have to see. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give this video a thumbs up, and of course subscribe to the channel. And yeah, I will catch you guys all in my next video. Have a good one, guys.